think 3 weeks ago. Time has flown. Maybe it's been a month. Maybe it's been 2 months ago. But I uploaded a video called the Bohemian Bait. And I'm not sure how many of you will remember that. And if I remember, we'll make sure it's in the video description. But in the Bohemian Bait, it was a recent after, or it was soon after the Bohemians were released. And this player here, Kara, who likes to play a lot of arena, was going quadruple monastery and making a bunch of monks. So every time you would play against Kara, he would monk rush you. And he would go all in, and then people expected it, and then people would make light cap, or a counter to the monks. And in the video I'm talking about, because his reputation was working for him, the other person expected a lot of monks. They went for their own monks to convert it with Teutons, and then light cap showed up. So it was a bait, and it was beautiful. Well, here we have Kara playing as the Bohemians. Here we have Blackheart playing as the Bohemians. And Bohemians have so many crazy bonuses for arena. So I just have a feeling this is going to be crazy. And I can't wait to show you Kara's build if you haven't seen it before. He's got a really crazy uptime with his Bohemian build order. So remember, your blacksmiths are also discounted. Your mining camp upgrades are free. So you really don't need to have as many villagers on certain resources to go up to Castle Age. Because your blacksmith is so cheap, you don't need to have as many on wood. Because you get gold and stone a little faster, you don't need to have as many on those resources either. So we could be talking about a 13-minute castle time here for Kara. And this Blackheart player is a Smurfnik, so like a secondary account for some German arena player. I don't know if we're talking Skogo. I don't think we're talking high enough level as someone like Stefan, if you know those names. But I've seen Blackheart around. He's got 52 wins and 10 losses and is around 2K. So don't ask me why people always have different accounts and try and hide it, but probably a known player or maybe someone new who's good at arena. I don't know. Saravan says, do you think all Twitch followers will come here? Probably not. And certainly not right away, right? 225,000 people following on Twitch. I would average maybe 3,000 people watching a stream. So it's really hard for me to inform everyone. Twitch also removed the functionality to be able to email all your subscribers, which I'd done after like Hidden Cups, for example, to thank people and inform people on stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to take time. But the priority for me, man, is just put as much content out there as possible, make sure it's quality. And then if you want to watch it, great, right? That's kind of how I've always done things, but that's especially how I'm going to do things going forward. Some people might not have time for the stream. Some people might not want to come to the new platform either right away or ever. And that's fine, right? As long as the content's going to be good in other platforms as well, like YouTube and all over, like Instagram, we're going to have pop and things like that. That's fine for me. So I'm really happy with the amount of people that have showed up so far. I'm really happy with the positivity, and I'm ready. So, like Polo says, I found out about the change today. Exactly. And what I don't want to do, and this has always been really important, and the only reason we're talking about this is because it's arena and it's slow. So I hope that's fine. But what I've never done is tried to be too in your face with stuff. I like to give people the option and make people aware. But even with things like Hidden Cup, I could have made sure I pinged every Discord room. Every single YouTube video could have mentioned it 6 times. I could have just been screaming about it all the time. And that's not good for people who are here semi-consistently. That gets annoying. So I don't want to be that. And we'll see what happens. So, okay, this is what I'm talking about. You would normally see this uptime, and you would think 21 pop up, this is going to be a scout build, or this is going to be man-at-arms on Arabia. But no, Kara has a build order down where he can still somehow go fast castle, and I think the enemy might do the same, but you can still go fast castle and go for a bunch of monks. And since the monasteries are really cheap when he gets there, and you don't need as much villagers on wood, this is all Kara does right here. He's a full-on clown player, as we call it. Check this out. He's a minute away from feudal age already. Now, what you could do to counter this, and oh my god, that mining camp, though. Oh, somebody screenshot this and tweet me or something. Oh my god. This is amazing. You've got the main gold, and the mining camp is good for the main gold, but you've also got the secondary gold. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, what you could do if you're the enemy is you could try and go scouts if Kara has a reputation. You could go for your own monks as well and try and match the monks. But if you're trying to match the monks and he's faster to the monks than you, you could have some big problems. But let's see. Yeah, someone said they're liking the vibes because there's less viewers here. To be honest, guys, being a big streamer on Twitch, like if you use the 1% rule and 1% of people are negative and then you have 5,000 people watching instead of 500 or 1,000, there can be a lot more negativity. There's a lot more things to deal with. And the chat's moving a lot faster, so the experience is different. And as much as I want people to be on the stream and I want people to hang out, I have absolutely loved how much time we can talk about the games, how much more like individual time I can give some of the viewers. I've had no complaints about that so far. So check this out, man. This is sick. At 10:20, he is already on the way to the Castle Age. Yeah, and it might be easier to get into community games if you're about that too. That's true. All right, so Blackheart's doing the same thing, I think. It's just the difference would be Blackheart's actually not going to sell the stone to go up. Yeah, Blackheart doesn't have to do that. And I don't know, maybe Blackheart will just boom. Maybe Blackheart will add a bunch of town centers. But I can tell you what Kara is going to do. And Kara is going to go for 2 or 3 monasteries and make a bunch of monks. Now, chat, you probably know that Lycav should counter monks, right? I played a game against Kara a month ago. It was right when he started doing this. So I had seen a few recorded games. Because I have no life and I watch a lot of games when I'm not playing, it actually helps me because I'm like basically doing research. And he went 4 monastery monks against me and I was melee, okay? So what I did was instead of going 1 stable light cav, which is kind of the standard stuff on Arena, I went 2 stable light cav because I knew he would have so many more monks. And he had like 30 monks. I'm not even exaggerating. So I couldn't even engage with 12 light cav. I had to wait and wait and wait and wait. Full on 1 TC for me. I couldn't even boom. I had to put all my food into light cav. And I killed 30 or 40 monks eventually, right? And I said to him, as here come villagers, I said to him, you know, GG, well played. I like your strategy. This should not be possible. This should not be possible. How is this Age of Empires? Anyways. I said, GG, well played. I like your strategy. And he said, yes, I should have won. And I responded to him and I said, but I had 2 stable light cav. Because that's like the counter. And he said, doesn't matter. I misclick. So he was just like, I had enough monks, T90. His strategy shouldn't be counterable. I should have still won that game. And that's always stuck with me. Because he's clearly so confident in this strategy that he believes that it can even beat what should be the easy counter. So, now don't focus on his eco too much. He does actually do a good job at keeping Vil production going out of his TC. But he's got 4 monasteries in the middle. And Red is going 4 monasteries at home. Oh my god. The Bohemian Civ is just insane. The fact that you can afford all this off of having 6 on wood is just insane to me. It comes back to the blacksmith being cheaper too, right? Because getting Castle Age faster is easier if you don't have to spend as much wood on that. And yeah, if you make enough monks and get enough upgrades, you can get the monk upgrades to convert enemy monks. And then it's I convert 1 monk, you convert 1 back, I convert 1 monk, you convert 1 back. And it's never-ending nonsense. But this mining camp might actually end up making a big difference here, you know? That's a lot more gold saturation for Red. And Red is a good player. Red sees what's up. He heals up his scout, which is the same thing that Kara did. And so I guess just compare the monk numbers right now. And Kara's probably expecting... Yeah, Kara saw 1 monastery, doesn't see the other ones. And this is just going to be all-in crazy monk play. From both of them. Peak Age of Empires. And it's so annoying to play against if you're not that type of player, but in this case, they're both that type of players, so it cancels out, I guess. Atonement is not in yet for Kara, which could be a big concern. Okay, Scout's been deleted, but watch this. Okay, now Atonement's in. More villagers going to gold now for Kara. So many villagers on gold. Monks are 100 gold apiece. It is 2 relics for Kara. Maybe about to be 3. We'll see if more relics will come in. Hey, we talk about idle TC time, but on Arena with Bohemians, it's idle monastery time. He has too much idle monastery time. Where's Capture Age when we need him? Oh, and the monk got sniped over there. Wow, that was sick. Using the scout to take out 100 gold there. Well played. And scout should be able to get away. Oh, just gets away there too. And oh, also a monk was getting converted here, and red had to delete one. So Kara is doing a better job with everything so far. And does have the additional monk numbers because of that. Here comes the scout now to try and get kills here. The monks will go this way to get conversions. The scout gets converted. They're going to convert one monk, and then they're going to try and convert it back. And now red's winning, I guess, sort of. Red's going to convert this as well. Red's definitely winning. Red has more monks all of a sudden. There's another blue monk. This could get converted. The scout's getting kills. And Kara is falling apart here. Oh, God. Oh, no, Kara. Oh, jeez. So what do we have? 14 monks versus 4. That could honestly be the game right now. 26 on gold. 26 on gold for Blackheart. And now what's tricky here is you can't convert enemy monasteries with redemption. You can convert enemy buildings with redemption, but you cannot convert the monasteries. And here we go. They're clicking. Blue could lose the game right here, but also blue could come back right here. Monks are switching sides. They're constantly changing their religions over here. And now some monks are out of faith. Which is awkward. They just switched to another religion. You would think if you switched, you'd have more faith, you know? Hopefully they don't take that balanced decision personally. Okay, and now these monks are just... They'd rather die than go back to the other side. Super snowbally, right? 21 monks against 5 now. And he's gonna make more of them! What the crap is this, dude? He's gonna make 4 more monasteries. I hope Kara comes back. He's also getting heresy, so they're both getting heresy. They both know what to do. Heresy is when you lose a unit to a conversion, it just dies. Instead of switching to the other side, which is obviously amazing for both of them here. Yeah, the siege is going to come out to take out these monasteries, so Blue's expecting that. And I guess in theory, I mean, he has 8 monasteries versus 4. So he should be able to be completely fine in terms of the monk production. But I don't know if you can come back by 21 monks or 7 unless red just stops producing monks. Now, normally what you see in these types of games is you see a forward castle from the player who's winning. And they just try and go up to the Imperial Age. We might even see the food being purchased soon. You just try and go forward castle, fast imp, so you can upgrade your monks more. And blue still has some monks that are being produced out of here. And, oh, the conversion started much faster for blue. And heresy's in for both of them, so all these old men are just going to start dying. And that wasn't too bad for Kara. I think Kara should back away now. Anyone else getting carpal tunnel just from watching this? I mean, you have to click so much with the monks. They do not auto-convert, thankfully. Sneaky conversion from the back door. Okay, that doesn't work out. And yeah, Kara's still behind proportionately to where he was behind before. But I mean, Kara has more vills at least. That's one thing. So I mean, and also more monks queued up. So maybe there's opportunity here. Okay, yeah, these monks are just dying instantly. We have conversions still coming in here. I hope my casting is suitable, guys. You have to realize it's so complicated to cast something like this. You might not like it, but this is Age of Empires at its peak right here, people. Monks dying everywhere. Blue's kind of evening out the game. And red's going to donate villagers, which is a great idea, actually. Because it distracts the monks and wastes their conversions. And red's not falling for it. But I guess the vills could also take out the rams. What is this game? What is this game? More monks running out across to convert the enemy. They've heard about their friends dying instantly. They know the enemy god is powerful, but they want their god to save the enemy. Despite that, I think red misclicked here. I could be wrong. Blue's winning now? Did he recover? Is he winning now? I think, he's winning now. What the? He's winning. What is this? The Rams get forced back. Red has forgotten about this monk with the relic because they're so worried about the conversions. Okay, red now pushing back with more conversions. Can we just look at the KD for a second? It's 3-2. Oh god. And I think what will make the difference here is being in the Imperial Age, because then you can get block printing, which gives your monks 12 range. So if they're able to go imp first, then they're fine. And remember, red has enough stone for a castle now. And red could even get the unique tech where the monks only cost food. But that never makes sense. It was a really weird addition because when people go all in monks, they don't have food. It's easier to mine gold than it is to bring in food. So that tech is like... I know a lot of people think about that Bohemian tech is very strong, but it really does not suit this type of playstyle. Oh god, here we go again. Here we go again. Oh my god, Kara clicked like a madman. And I'm going to explain how he does that in a second. But he clicked like a madman, and he might come back now. He might have come back. Look at that. Wololo, 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 wololo. A lot of death just happened. Okay, I'm going to explain. Imagine being new to the stream today. I'm going to explain why Kara was able to focus on like 7 monks at once. And what it is control groups. So if I go control 1, for example, which is what I do for my scouts, and I press 1, oop, that's capture age, sorry. If I press like 1 space or 1-1, it takes me to my control group. What he does is, and a lot of monk players do this, and this guy's been playing with monks for like a decade. You control group 10 monks, or like 9 monks. So when you get there, you press 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, and you can like focus different monks. See this? Look at the difference. I guess red's kind of doing it as well. But you can very quickly select and go through a bunch of different monks to get conversions. And if it's monk v monk and it's about just clicking a little faster, that might end up being the difference. And red's still going to try and drop a castle here. But these monks, this is a preaching corner. You can't build a castle here. But now the castle has to be denied by vills because you can't convert the vills. Because if you convert the vills, then your monks are going to get converted by red. And now blue's building a tower, so because blue knew what was going to happen. And the castle's now being deleted by red because he realizes that's bad. Very, very bad. I cannot wait to see the stats after this. And now we have red building another castle here, which is smart. And blue is so distracted that red is starting to get conversions faster, so I think blue has to let that go up. I think. It could be... Ooh, can he... Ooh, I don't know if that's enough. Also, if you change your conversion target on a bunch of different vills, it makes them run away from building, which is what red was doing there. But now blue is going to convert the vills, and that castle's at 50%. Oh my god! This is insane! Oh, and I think red has made a misclick here. Oh no! What happened? Oh god, it's falling apart! Oh god! And when I say oh god, I mean somewhat literally, because we're talking about monks here. This is religious warfare. And now red's like, well crap, I deleted 2 castles, I lost a lot of stone. Okay, let's just place it here. It's actually quite nice for blue. No, don't tell me another one's gonna be denied. Don't, oh my god, you're kidding me. If this also gets denied, I'm gonna lose it. No, I think red's a good spot here. He had a really good start with his conversions at least. Well, the tower needs to be garrisoned. Blue has to pay attention to that. I guess in theory, the monks could just heal the vills, but I don't think they can be ranged. Yeah. They can't be ranged. And now red has a lot more monks, despite having fewer vills, and I think they're both going to try and go imp, and blue immediately goes to stone, because he's like, I need a castle too, and I'm going to be imp before him, is what he's thinking. Why does neither of them switch to light caps? We're going to have that conversation. But just think about what their eco has had to look like to get to this point. They've had very little on food, and they were making monks at 13 minutes. So in order to make Lycav, you need to have really good food eco, and you would basically be making Lycav when someone already has like 8 monks out in the field. So I'll talk more about that later, but I want to just focus on the game for what it is right now. Blue's rushing down to Siege Workshop, which is just the second building needed to go imp. And this has been nuts. Blue's over here on gold. Blue's over here on stone. Again, needs a castle. And they're both going to be making monks. They're both going to be an imp. It is 2 relics to 2. Blue probably did not intentionally finish that tower. I think the villagers just automatically built the next thing. And this is why people call arena players clowns. This is like pure clownery. This is where the whole clown conversation started back in the day. We don't do it to be disrespectful. We do it because it's what they are. No, they started it themselves. All the arena players started calling themselves clowns, so we can call them that. Okay. Tricky. Tricky. Marcus is asking if I can still host tournaments and things like that. Yeah, nothing really changes in how I operate within the AoE space being here. Like, a lot of people were worried I couldn't cast with people. A lot of people were thinking I wouldn't be able to go to events. You don't have to worry about any of that. Obviously, that was super important to me. And Facebook wants... They obviously want me here. They now have Viper's going to be here as well. They've obviously made a very good deal. But they don't want the community to be, like... to be running in a different way beyond me being on this platform, right? So, still able to do all that stuff. Castle's going to go up. And so I guess the first treb can come out a little faster for blue. Okay. We have 1 wagon, which is kind of funny. I think it's because he sees the gold over there, and he just wants to hit that. That could be converted, though. So that's just a minor inconvenience. The only thing that's going to bring Kara back in this game, in my opinion, it's not going to be the monk numbers. It's going to be the fact that I think his monk micro has been a little better. In fact, does it show military APM here for monks? It does. See how many clicks Kara has? Like, Kara seems to be faster with the clicks.
I know.
But there was that really bad engagement earlier that was problematic, and now it's 32 monks against 18. And this is also hurting a little bit. I mean, Red's worse off when it comes to eco, that's for sure. But who needs eco when you're just going to be making monks? That's the thought process, I guess. I really hope we don't see a second castle here for Red. I think he needs to save that stone to repair this. They're both going to need to repair, and Kara faster to the start of the conversions. So the 3 upgrades you want with monks is you want illumination, you want block printing, and you want theocracy. And so it makes it so your monks don't need to rest as long after conversion. Only 1 monk needs to rest within the group after conversion, and you have 12 range. So, all about the monks. Now, Redemption wasn't in for Blackheart earlier. So there's actually no way to convert that ram. Which is a very minor detail at this stage of the game, but it actually could be a big deal. And Kara starting the conversions. Wololo, wololo. Wololo, wololo. Wololo, and Kara has to back away. But the good thing for Kara is that he at least has the jump start with this whole Treb war. And monks could actually die to the Trebs if blue doesn't have to focus on Red's castle anymore. And I love how that... Look at what this ram has done. The Vills have to attack the ram now instead of repairing. And there's actually a chance for Kara still. What a ridiculous game. I love to watch those castles crumble. Yeah, so now you can use your Trebs against the monks, which is kind of silly. Because monks can't convert Trebs from long range. You have to be right up against the Trebs. Still so many monks there for Red. I think your blue... I guess he might be using his Trebs against Red's Trebs because he could lose his own castle. Looks like that, as we see... Didn't he get these upgrades a while ago? I'm not sure what happened there. But both castles are going to go down. And then the towers will probably go down. And it's 28 monks. 24, I guess. This made a big deal. Against 12. I think Red's going to win this game. Because Red just has more monks. I mean, for the time being anyways. And I would say use your trebs against the monks. Both players should be using their trebs against the monks right now. Tower will help a little bit, possibly. Trebs are going to go after the old men. Or they're getting some shots. Okay. And now the trebs could be converted. You have to be at the base of the treb to convert it. I think he's still trying to convert the freaking monks here. The tower's the MVP. The tower's giving him a chance. Are you kidding me? The tower actually did a lot of work here. Full clownery. 65 pop versus 55 pop. And if you're new to Age of Empires, just forget you ever saw this game because it's going to be really confusing, okay? This is never how the game was meant to be played. People just figured it out. And this is crazy. And the trebs, again, being on the monks here, will make a very big difference here. I think that red needs to do the same. Monks, when they convert, will kind of just stand there as a group and say, come to me. Come to my side. And if that happens, the trebs could hit. Are they going treb after treb now? I guess they are. Also, you've no idea how unbelievably awkward and difficult it is to cast this right now. Blue's getting close enough to these trebs where he could just... Red's getting close enough to these trebs where he could just convert them. And let's talk about gold right now. Blue must not have realized that situation was there. There's gold over here. Wololo, wololo, wololo. There's, like, no gold. Where? Oh, red's getting gold here. Are they going to be out of gold? What? And they both don't have a castle to even think about the unique tech where their monks would only cost food. I've never seen players run out of gold this quickly on Arena. Guys, there is 300 gold left there, and there's 100 gold left here. And I think we're going to see a castle from... Yeah, this is a good idea from red. Just drop a castle in a good position. And blue's like, take the relics back home! Don't give him the relics! Smart thinking. Also a little risky to do this when you know the enemy has the treb still. Someone said this game gives me heartburn. I'm not sure it's the game, my friend, but maybe it is. Okay, this treb is being, I guess since the gate is open, is being protected by a house, which I have to say, I admire the creativity. And we have Wololo, Wololo, Wololo. I think this will be the end for blue because blue could so easily lose these numbers. And the castle could stay up for red with some repairs. Red could use his own trebs against blue's treb. I think anyways. It's also very possible red just wasted the stone. Blue is sending monks out this way, which is a mistake. But these monks are dodging in some ways too. 50 pop versus 50 pop. And there's just no monks for blue. There's no monks. There's nowhere to go. There's just problems. Problems everywhere you look. And red's using his own trebs against blue's final treb. And surely that is the GG. Someone got athlete's foot from watching this game. Someone got heartburn. Sorry to hear about that. Oh, he's booming! Guys, a very common strategy on Arena is to add multiple town centers because you have stone walls and it allows you to add a lot of economy. Now, this is very common because it's very difficult to be stopped. What is this, man? He's gonna now make a second TC. I know people are like, why no light cav? Why no light cav? But listen, he's got it, okay? He's booming now. He's gonna go light cav. He thinks it's a great idea. He's on board with that decision. But unfortunately, it's too little too late. If blue were to somehow win this game now with light cav, I would lose my freaking mind. There should be no way. This TC should just get trebbed down. Red could actually make military now. Like, red could... He's like, okay, now it's time to farm. So he could actually make some knights or something. All the questions that are being asked about why no this, why no that, they're rational questions. I don't want you guys to feel like because these players are 2K and you might not be 2K that there's something you don't really know there. I mean, there is to an extent, and we'll get to that, but I just want to see how this game finishes out. Because it is somewhat possible, I guess, if Light Cav do come out. Because Light Cav are supposed to counter the monks. But is that really going to happen? Blue loses another monk there? I don't think so. And great recognition from Red. He now knows the only way he loses this game is if Lightcav come out. And he knows all these villagers are exposed and will slowly die. So you just convert them to kill them. That's fine. Treb down the town center. And Bohemians do 25% more bonus damage with their spears. So you could just make spearmen if you're Red. Yeah, I'm not sure about scouts. I mean, he doesn't have the eco. Truthfully, Kara should just call it. He does not have the eco anymore. Or he doesn't have the eco to be able to compete with a lot of scouts, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. He's got 3 stables. He's going to try. He's not... He does have the same pop. I think I'm just a party pooper here. He's got the exact same pop. He is getting light cav. God, if he wins this game... Arena games are insane, man. Arena games just... They produce the most ridiculous situations in Age of Empires. Well, here comes Blue with a few more monks. Blue didn't give up on that, but probably should have. Those old men are going down. Let me talk about what I'll touch on after this game eventually ends on why Lightcap doesn't actually work against this. And I touched on it before, but basically it comes down to the fact that there will be too many monks for Lightcap to work in early stages. And it's actually quite risky. With the 13-minute castle times with all-in monks, you guys need to check the... I remember the names. It was Fire against Madri. It's on Arena. And it was Lithuanians there for Madri, and he just made 50 monks. Like, even though Lightcav are supposed to counter it and resist conversion a little bit, if you make 50 monks, you can still beat the Lightcav play. But we'll see. You know, here come the Lightcav, and against 3 monks, this could actually be pretty good. Yeah, that's not too bad. You end up killing some monks. Keep in mind, the players are pretty much completely out of gold. There's not any gold left on the map anymore. And if there's no gold left on the map, maybe this is something that actually works. It's just unfortunate for Blue that he had made this TC because all these vills died. If he would have run into his base, maybe he'd have more of a shot. Like I said, I think for Red, you've just gotta make spearmen right now. Which he's being a little stubborn with. He's not actually making much. The Lightcav are kind of contributing. Now, he's only on 1 TC. He's not really producing out of it. Both players lacking good eco upgrades. This game is going to break me at this point. Red's like, okay, let's farm. How is this game not over? I should have this game. There we go. There's the triple barracks. And yeah, now Blue can't make Siege to ever finish off this game. Red can. Red also has 3 relics versus Blue's 2. So the gold income will be higher for Red long term. Plus Red has monks. Plus he can just make the spearmen that have the bonus damage. Now, if there was a way for Blue to damage Red's economy, like break in with Lightcap. Oh, he's going to make Rams maybe. If there was a way for him to break in here, the possibilities are endless. So... I don't know, just some things to think about. Red has been very slow in trying to, like, head into Blue's base. And I think Blue is thinking about making Rams and some type of a push for the castle. Interesting. But it's 50 pop versus 75. I know we've seen crazier differences in this game, but still does seem to me with the power of the Bohemians... Going Spearman Monk is definitely going to be a lot stronger. Plus, Red's got a lot more vills. Red started creating vills out of the TCs. Blue didn't really do that all that much. Guys, I think Pikeman 2-shot a Lightcav if you have Bohemian Pikeman. I think the bonus damage is that high. I think you 2-shot it. I think it depends on some upgrades, of course. But I'm curious to see an attack here. Let's see. No hits yet. Blue is microing. Makes sense. Blue also... Oh, there's a relic in there? Oh, that's a big mistake from Red. She's going to town on that. Oh, is it 3-shot? Okay, okay. We'll see. Anyways, this is where Red needs to start creeping forward a little bit. And, guys, every single game, these players will play like this. Like, virtually every single game. Over the last month, Kara has probably played 100 games like this. This is just how Kara likes to play. And I'm not too sure about Red, because Red is a smurf for someone. Red might have gone, like, mirror matchup or whatever. Just not knowing what civs the opponent would go with. Some players do that. Yeah, that kind of looked like a 3-shot there. But yeah, this is just the way some people live life. This is the way they like it. Yo, what's up, Captain? He says, I have to say Facebook gaming is not as bad as I thought it would be. Wish the UI was cleaner and easier to find things, but overall not bad. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good assessment. It definitely could be improved in a lot of ways. It definitely can make it easier in a lot of ways, and it's a little bit more work for a viewer to figure some of the basic things out. But like I said, like the gamer tag thing is new. That's been just like an awareness thing where people know they don't have to use their first last name. With more awareness, more time, I think more people get used to it. And plus, I know there's going to be some changes coming to the platform too. So, but you know, like it still change is tough, right? And I have an Age of Empires audience, so it's a very old game, which makes it even more difficult for people to embrace change. So I appreciate the people who have so far, and to the people who aren't interested in that for whatever reason, the content will be out there in other ways too. So I'm considering the first stream was we had the Ding of Death issue, which was completely on me. And some of the other things that, you know, considering the mass amounts of negativity that came my way after the announcement. And that might just been because I was the first one or maybe other reasons. But I've been pretty satisfied with things so far. Red, come on, man. Someone finish off this game. Red just got to have the confidence to go in here. There's such boomers, man. Nice farms here for Red. I mean, truthfully, the placement on it's not that big a deal when you have handcart. Yeah, the ding was people subscribing. And so Overlay Guy just removed the sub alerts for the time being because he doesn't have time to fix it. But we're going to probably fix it hopefully tonight or tomorrow. But speaking of, thank you to Kennedy for the news, for the share, actually. Shared my stream. Whoa. All right. I like it. But yeah, so it was people subscribing, and I was told by Facebook it was the star noise, but I think it was like the default alert noise. So it was really weird. Red is basically ruining the YouTube video right now, is what he's doing. Like, he could have an excellent video where he's like, oh my god, Mom, look at this. That Blackheart person is me. But he's ruining any potential reputation he's going to gain from this by just dragging this out. You've got Halbs with extra bonus damage against Light Cav and Monks. This should be absolute destruction, and truthfully, I think Kara should have called it, and there we go. Kara calls it. GG. Woo! How many conversions do you think were in this game, chat? How many conversions? If you had to guess a number, I'm thinking it has to be over 100. Surely it's over 100, right? Has to be like 100 and... You think 300? Really? Could it actually be 300? Thinking like 180 for me. But let's look. Hopefully it doesn't spoil it on the first screen. Okay, so here's the KD. Wait, no, that's the APM. I'm dumb. Okay, normally it's the KD. So there's the KD, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the actual KD? Wait, what? Wait a second. Does this include the monks that died? Because I know conversions and desertions looks really weird because there was heresy involved. Because they weren't actually getting converted half that time. They were just dying. So I don't even know if we can have proper stats on that. You know, like normally if there was no heresy, they would just switch sides and it would show that there. Red had better eco, we know that much. I don't think this includes the monks, which, but it could. I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is that was insane Age of Empires. And now, as we close this out and people are like, talk about the light cav, talk about the light cav. I want to show you why, okay? So, in terms of the timing, with good eco, if you want to go light cav into one monastery, which is very common, into 3 town center eco, you're going to be up around 16 and a half minutes. Sometimes you can be a little faster than that. So let's go to 16 and a half minutes. And let's say at this point you've got 4 light cav, you're adding your second TC. That's the meta, okay? At this point, the enemy has 6 monks, about to have 10 monks, if he would have continued to produce that. So the problem with going for light cap, and I talked about it during my cast, and you should listen back if you didn't hear it. But the problem with guys like this is that they make so many monks that they're able to convert the counter. And again, I forget the name of the freaking video. I think it's 100 million monk strategy or 1 million monk strategy. Watch that. You'll see a player use monks against light cap and end up winning the game. So I still think the save play for Arena is light cap. I talked about what I did against Kara, where I went light cap against him, and I basically, instead of going 1 stable light cap, I went 2 or 3 because I knew it was going to be crazy. However, sorry, I'm trying to think back to this game, and it's making me laugh. The thing that was crazy about that, though, is that he didn't add spears. So if you add spears, guys, Bohemians get extra attack against your light cap. So it's like a deadly civilization in these situations due to that. But yeah. Someone said the stats about the monks. Whoa, yeah. 142 monks for red and 119. Yeah, so those stats clearly were not possible. So I guess at this point we can just do basic math. There's only 6 monks. 11 monks in total remaining. So it's upwards of 200 monks in that game, and probably a lot of conversions due to that. Whew. Beautiful. Or not beautiful? I don't know. Like, that was... It depends? Maybe? Yeah, maybe it depends. All right. That was a thing. That was definitely a thing. And I would totally be down to cast more of that. And, oh no, guys! Red said at the end, Clown Fiesta, but he said it after the game ended and Spec Chat didn't pick up in Capture Age. He said Clown Fiesta. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And Kara didn't respond. Kara was already gone. So, cool.